Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today it is going to be part 8 of Diamond Art Club's Stroll. This is a diamond painting. We are on part 8. I have done a considerable amount of stuff off camera because I was busy, working, and then, when you come back home from work, you don't really have the time to film. So I did some of this while I was, waiting for my food to heat up, or, I was busy waiting for coffee, and then I worked on some of this off camera. As some of you can see, a lot of you can't even see this, but if you really, really want to see what we've done here, look at all that sparkle. See, that's all the sparkle. So when you get closer into it, you'll see just how much work we actually did. See, these are the actual beads, what I've done. So when we go into different sections, like this was the section we're going to do today, that we have to do it like this, so you guys can see just how much I've actually done in one little section. So I want you guys to see that, just how much work goes into a section. And these are lots and lots of fun to do, Then there's that legend, but I also have a legend over here, which helps me when I'm doing this. So we'll start off here with this section. See, we have these little green things here. That green 471. See, this is where you get the chart. So where is 471? So then we did that. If we get lucky, we might be doing some color blocking, which you guys don't get to see really how shiny it is while we're doing it. So, and I also ended up buying 2 more patty waxes. This one is like an amazing smell. This one is called Grape Knee High. It is an amazing smell. It smells exactly like grape, and this one smells like a cherry thingy, a Pink Love Potion number 9. And you get that from the store patty wax. No, the thing about drills is that they're tiny, so you have to be like super, super careful. That's why I like to, and a lot of diamond painters will tell you this, that they like to kit up their kits as much as they can when they first get them. So then I want to see if we have any greens over here. Sometimes I'll turn around the painting just to make my life easier. See, right there we have a whole bunch of greens. I don't want the caps to come off these things. I'm now starting to turn around the painting to make my life a little bit easier. When you're done, this is gonna have a lot of shine when it's done. I'm already debating where I want to put it in my room. Which of my places do I want to put it on? Because I have a few hooks. I know I already have a frame for this one, so. So you don't have those black little. Sometimes it's easier to move something around to make it easier, to make the access easier. You know, we forget that sometimes when we're on camera, it's very different than when we're not on camera doing this. I really like doing it. This isn't going perfectly, but I'm still learning diamond painting. I mean, this is only my third one that I've done, so. As I do these, you notice that it gets more and more full, so. I really have enjoyed this one. And I'm not going to start a new one because, not on camera anyway, right away, because I want to finish this one. Hopefully I can finish this one within the week, but we'll see how much I actually finish. Because, you know, there are real life circumstances. Sometimes you have to work. Done, guys. I'm going to do something here. This is called a multi-placer. Then you can put like 4 of them on. And you use this thing on the thing. When you want to do more than one or two beads, you put this on this, but you have to make sure that this has wax on it, so that way you can put the beads in. Oh no. You guys don't see this, but the beads just fell all over the place. Luckily for me, I have a very sticky finger because sometimes I accidentally stick my finger in the wax. And I didn't mean to, and so then my finger becomes like a magnet for the beads. That's what you do when you have beads go all over the place. And I've never tried cross stitching, although I've seen some people who do beautiful cross stitch. And I think to myself, wow, these people are so talented. You know, and then I was watching, you know, I haven't been watching Walking Dead. You know, I used to watch it, and then I don't know what happened. I kind of fell out of it. Sometimes you get a bead that comes loose. You know, I try to do them. I try to do these videos when I can have spare time, because I want to give you guys content too. You know, it's not as easy as people think it is to come up with content, you know, do all this stuff. And I want to give you content that I would watch and I enjoy. You know, if I'm going to do something, I want to enjoy it, because it shows in everything you do, if you enjoy it or if you don't do it. See, when you're doing the beads, you don't actually see the effect until you actually turn it around and then zoom out and see the overall effect that it's having. Then we go back to the thing so you can see how much beads or drills are actually in the thing as you go along. These are all these little boats. What is the boats anyway? So now I'm going to put all the beads back in the little container. And then we're going to do the blue. I think, what is that, 336? Now this is a place where we can effectively use color blocking. So I'm going to pour over my drills in here. And you know, you want to color. They don't tell you this, but color blocking is a very, very efficient way to get a lot done when you don't have time. So I'm doing what's called take your drill, the multi-placer. I might have screwed up. That's okay. There we go. You see how nice that went? The multi-placer is your friend. You let it be your friend. The other day I saw someone using a multi-place. I think it was Belinda. And she gave me some, and you know, as I'm watching her, I'm thinking to myself, oh wow, that multi-placer really, really does come in handy. So you can see how you can do a lot of beads fast. But the trick to that is knowing if you have a big spot and you want to do a lot. You see how much more we got done with the multiplacer than if we had not used the multiplacer at all. Now, I had to watch someone else do it because, you know, I'm basically a person who has to watch something being done before I can actually do it myself. Do I make mistakes on these paintings? Yes. But you see how the multiplacer got us done much faster than if we were going one by one. And I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised because they did give me, you know, when I first saw how many drills I got, I thought, no, this is way too much. But as I'm doing it, I'm figuring, oh my God, yes, I did need that many. Yes, there will be times when we do need to do that. Now, here's a whole section which is just can be color blocked. So what is that one? That is, what is that one? That is 762. So I'm gonna put back my thing in my, I'm gonna put back all these drills. Into the container, because I sometimes take out way too many drills from their containers that I put them in. So now we go to 762. This is all 76. This color here is all 762. Just one little drill. I'm trying to keep this as neat as I can too, because I'm not in. think I may have put way too many drills in the... Okay. I may have to put some back in the container because I think I put way too many in the... You see how easy the multi-placer makes your life? You don't have to go one by one. You guys don't see it, but outside of the canvas, everything's dropping like flies, and I might have to reapply my wax with the multi-placer. So you see how easy this is to do, more or less, but I'm still making a mess of it. But you know what? That's how we learn. You know, what works for one person is not going to work for everybody. It didn't fully go down. You know, and Ann even explained what color blocking was, so thank you, Ann, for explaining that to me. There's no one way of doing things because some people go, oh, no, 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 this is the only way to do things. And I go, no, there isn't. There's multiple ways to do things. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of people making noise outside my house. You might not hear it because sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. I tried to do a lot of this on camera and then realized that this project was a lot bigger than I thought it was. Fun, guys. See, for whatever reason, I do it warped. When I try to do something, it always comes out a little warped. Probably fix that off camera. You know, you do give us tools to make our lives easier. The idea is just to use them effectively. You know, this would take a whole lot longer if I was doing one by one, boom, 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 boom. I like doing this. You know, this is part 8. See? So this is probably going to be the title where the one where Grace struggles with the multiplacer. You know, I'm learning just like the rest of you how to do this, so it is fun, but you know, we have to keep in perspective that this is meant, you know, I want people to keep in perspective too that this is meant to be a fun thing to do. It's not meant to be stressful. Right before we go, we'll see how much we've actually accomplished. Now I try to do it in a way that makes sense. You know, I'm still working on this off camera, you know. You know, when I started this, I thought this was going to be a very simple project. Boy, was I wrong. This has been a very fun project. And I did get some new books. Like you, I'm learning. I make mistakes. That tool is very helpful for us because then we learn how to do it. That looks like it got stuck in there and warped. Come on, guys, that's warped. See, that's what happens when they get warped. No, and I will say this has been a blessing because, you know, I feel bad when I have to work on Fridays. If there's not a live, I'm gonna say something here. There's not a live stream on Fridays. It means usually I'm working, or I've gone away for some weird reason, like on a vacation or something, or I'm away on a weekend trip or I'm visiting family. You know, there are times when there will not be content. And one thing that this has been able to do is give you guys something to watch when I'm not around because there's no live stream. Now, I know diamond painting may not be everybody's cup of tea, but neither is coloring, but you know, this has now probably evolved to now a coloring and a diamond painting channel, so that to me is very important that, you know, the channel evolves. And part of evolution is trying new things, seeing what hobbies you like, what you don't like. You know, we all know that we like different things. And I try to buy the smaller canvases and not the bigger canvases because, number one, the smaller canvases are a lot less money. Number two, the big canvases are beautiful, but here's the problem. I don't really have any place to hang them up, or I gotta find a place to hang them up and then buy a frame for them. So The smaller the canvas is, the easier it is to find a frame. That means, it doesn't mean necessarily you can't find a frame for bigger ones, but everything becomes about cost-effective money. And it looks like me and my mother might be canceling our Mexico trip because of this horrible, horrible virus known as coronavirus. And no, it is not a beer. It is not, if we drink Corona beer, no, we will not get infected, nor will we be cured from the virus if we drink Corona beer. So let's get the jokes out of the way. And I did get new coloring books in, so. I like being able to do things down here. It's been a while since I've come down here. You know, I used to come down here and do, when I first started the channel, I first used to do the color and chats, and then, you know, this was before I started going live, and I had the, you know, this was before I had the webcam. Now, you know, a few years later, I'm finding that I might have to buy a new computer, which is probably high on my priority list because, you know, but the thing is though, if I buy it, I also have to keep in mind that I'm not just buying it for myself, that I have to buy it for my mother too. You know, what my mother does is, you know, right now my mother's not working because she's retired right now. We'll see how long that lasts. You know, she's just taking some time for herself. You know, everybody needs to take some time for themselves every once in a while, you know, for mental health. Some of you know the situation about my mother's job. I'm not going to get into it here because that's not really my thing to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it because, you know, that's my mother's. And, you know, some things have to stay private. So now we got some waste here. See, I really like how everything is coming together. I think we'll do some more here. You know, and if people want to buy paintings, here's my advice. Start with something small like a partial. You can get partials on Amazon, and then see if you like it, and then you graduate to bigger canvases like the Diamond Art Club, so. So, you know, my whole thing is I go until almost my battery runs out with this camera. I really shouldn't do that, but you know, I want to make these videos entertaining and different. You know, YouTube likes people who do long videos because then they can make revenue off that. But you know, I like to put as much to show you the process as much as I can, because some of this I do off camera, because you know, when I'm uploading the video I have to be uploading it, and then sometimes I'm waiting and waiting, and then I'm like, I need something to do, so then I will start working on this again. But overall, I have been very happy with this product. I think it's one of the best things I ever. I like coming down here to work on it. And yes, we're working on my kitchen table in my in the table in the living room, so could kind of say this is the dining room table. You know, and right now it's really busy at work, so, you know, everybody's getting their stuff in and putting their stuff in, you know. Oh, and this one is 38 colors, so think about that, you know. Then I've been seeing some other people's videos where they have like 60 colors and 70 colors. I'm like, oh my God, how many colors can you really have in a painting? But I guess you can have a lot depending on the shades. So then we get a nice little bunch of shade in here, things like that. And I like using this pen. This is a custom diamond pen. I like using this one. So that's what I prefer using. And I'll probably work on this way after this part, so keep that in mind. I'll probably film another part and then you'll see even more done than what we get done in here. So then you see this pretty thing here. So I gotta do all that stuff there. You see, it just takes time. Some people just can know exactly where to place their drills and they make it look effortlessly, and eventually I'll be able to do that. But right now I'm just learning. Sometimes we have to move things so we can see them easier. And this is a glued canvas. Someone asked me, is there a difference between glue canvases and other canvases? And I really don't know that answer yet because I haven't done all that many, so I can't give you that answer quite yet. So let's do this. Guys, we're gonna come up on the 1 hour and 15 minutes soon, so, and I'm gonna have to call it quits soon, but I have enjoyed doing this. So we're gonna end the video very shortly, guys, because I'm starting to get that lovely little button that tells me my battery is gonna run out. So I want to thank you guys for coming. So thank you guys so much for coming. Hold on, where is this? So we've actually done a lot. So I'm going to actually zoom out so you guys can see what we've actually done. As you can see, I still have the plastic up. So when I have the plastic up, you guys don't really see how glittery this looks, but this is really coming out glittery. You guys don't see it, but when I remove the plastic, I'm going to remove the plastic up to here, but then you guys get to see just how glittery it really is. Just so you guys can get an understanding that this is really glittery as it comes in there. So it does glitter. And we know how much some of you guys like glitter, so I wanted you guys to have an idea of how much glitter is actually used. Oh yeah, that's my kit. This is all the supplies we use in it. So I want to thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming. Bye, everybody.